Hello. How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining us for our very first Fancy Fit Friday. How are y'all doing, my fancy, fabulous friends? All right, so here at Fancy Fit Fridays, we discuss fitness, fashion, and everything fancy. So today I have some members of our fancy panel joining us. Miss Denise Jordan, Miss Penny from At Penny's Place. How are you ladies doing today? Let me have you ladies on. There you go.
There you go.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I am so happy to join you on your Fancy Fit Friday. I tried to get a bit fancy
Oh,
myself.
we're matching, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Now let me go ahead and add Miss Penny.
Hi, ladies. How y'all doing?
Hello there.
Good. How y'all doing tonight?
How are you doing, Miss Penny?
I'm good. How y'all doing? How you doing, Miss Denise? How y'all
I'm
doing
great.
tonight?
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, guys, we're starting to get bad weather, so if I cut out, it would just flash
Give me
into
a
some.
moment here. One moment, ladies.
Oh, you know, Leona's having the same problem. She said they're having storms too. So she
Yeah,
was hoping that they could jump on. So if she doesn't make it on or she comes on and then goes off quickly, they're having a storm too.
yeah. It's I can see that the one is really windy and the lights keep flashing. I mean, I probably can still stay on because of my phone, but it might be a little dark.
Okay.
So we'll see how it works.
All right. Well, this is the first Fancy Fit Friday, and I believe we're live already. Are we live, Max? Can you
Yes,
see?
yes, she got the it's live. Mhm.
Yeah, so she had to leave the screen. So, Penny, it's always good to see you.
Yes, ma'am. How you been doing?
I've been doing well. I've been doing well.
Well, that's
So,
a
while
good.
we're talking here, so Max, I see you're on. Can you see Penny and myself? Can you hear us okay while Tania tries to get some things set up?
Can you see someone else?
No, I just see you.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
was talking to Mickey because I believe we're live.
yes, yes. We
Yes.
are live.
So, yeah, so we're live. So I thought we should probably at least chat a little bit while we're
Yes, yes. That'll
getting
help the
going.
situation.
So how are things going with you and your channel on Sundays?
Pretty good. The last few weeks I wasn't on because when you get that little hormone out of balance, it gives me migraine headaches. So I couldn't even hardly get on the phone. So I had to. It's just taking a lot of rest. You have to rest with that, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm better. I came back on last Sunday, but it's going pretty good overall.
Okay, good. Good. I've been doing well with my channel too. I know today's topic is going to be about being fit and being in the kitchen and that kind of thing. And so it's kind of making me think about, well, what kind of things do I need to do on my YouTube channel as well? What do
Yeah.
I need to promote for my audience?
Yes, yes. And that's what I was telling my husband, I was cooking the last few days and I just started this week trying to do more air fryer recipes, try not to cook so much, fried foods and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, you have to kind of try to watch your way you eat. And that's so important to fitness. A lot of times people want to go on a lot of dieting, but it's just
Yeah,
really trying to eat a whole lot better and healthier.
yeah.
Yes, ladies. As you guys have probably noticed, I've been on quite a journey um, these past several months here on this channel. And back in October, we started our workouts at the Fancy Fit Club.
Mhm.
And today was our very last day of those workouts. It was the end of season 3. And it was just so much fun. Literally every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., we did 30-minute workouts. And so that was just awesome. It definitely helped me just hold myself accountable because literally Monday through Friday, um, yes, Monday through Friday, literally every day, I did not miss one day.
Oh,
So,
that's amazing that
Yeah.
you were able to do it Monday through Friday and not miss a day. And that's one of the keys to becoming fitter in your life or to developing any kind of new habit that you want is being consistent. So I have to give you kudos for that.
Yes, yes, Anita.
I didn't know back then when we started that this way, but I did lose 15 pounds.
Whoa.
I
Oh
do,
wow, that's a blessing.
I do have 15 more pounds to go, but but definitely I've made a lot of progress. But today, our topic is that fancy fitness starts in the kitchen.
Hmm.
Because just literally changing my diet has helped me a lot. I've been doing intermittent fasting. I try not to eat after 6. And also about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started just a temporary 1,200 calorie diet. So, and I just showed on my last video that that's not starvation. I eat a lot in a day, but what I've noticed is that just eating more fruits and vegetables
Hmm.
it's helped me do that, just trying to keep the calories down, but just the way that I cook and just implementing, spinach and those peppers and, sweet potatoes, just so many things that we don't really think about that are low in calories
Hmm.
really help us on our weight loss journey. We don't have to feel hungry. That's my thing. I just love to eat. I don't want to feel hungry.
I think I have to agree with you there. I don't want to feel hungry either. I don't want to feel that I'm missing out on something. I don't want to be like starving or fiending for something and then I can't have it. So
Mhm. That's for sure.
well,
So
you're making good choices. And right now is a good season to be doing that because we can all eat a bit fresher right now since fresh produce is starting to come in. And even if it's not coming in your area, it'll be in your grocery store because your grocery store can get it in. And so we can eat a lot fresher, cheaper right now.
And that's
yes.
so true. That's so true. The and that's what I've learned too. My daughter-in-law, she does the low carb keto diet, and I'm talking about being a committed. She's real committed, and she has lost. As I talked to her, I think it was Tuesday.
Yes, I'm seeing blue skies. She says that's really good. I began changing my eating habits too. That's excellent, blue skies. That's awesome. That's what this is all about. So, guys, I wanted to, chat with you guys a little bit about kind of your journey. I do have another member of the fancy panel. I'm so excited. Okay, we have Miss Leona. Everybody knows I love Miss Leona over here. Add her.
Hello,
How
everyone.
you doing, Miss Leona? God bless. How you
Hi, it's
doing?
great to be here, and thank you,
Yes,
Chia,
ma'am.
for inviting me.
Okay.
All right.
It is
Okay,
so.
so Miss Leona, we were just talking about diets. I was just going to ask each of you ladies just some helpful healthy eating tips that you guys can give us here in the fancy sphere.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right. So, who would you like next?
Who want to start first?
Well, I'll
Okay.
go ahead and start first.
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Denise. You're the nurse.
So I'll just start first because I've been thinking a lot about that. And for me, this season of the year is always easier for me to eat better because as I was saying earlier, fresh is in season. I can
Yes.
go out in the garden and I can pick some lettuce or I can pick up some tomatoes and fresh berries and all that kind of stuff at a reasonable price. So one of the things I'll start doing a lot of is smoothies in the morning. So after I do my morning yoga, many times I will make a smoothie and have that instead of coffee. However, I will admit I did have coffee and pancakes yesterday.
Ooh, pancakes. I am
But you
not
know, Miss Denise, I think they're saying coffee is good for you, though. But I don't think it's not too much. But they're saying that they're not saying coffee bad. I don't think coffee is bad. I guess as long as you don't overdo it.
It's not that the coffee is bad, but I like a little coffee with my cream and sugar. So I
Oh,
like
I'm
okay.
with
I
that
got
you.
you. I got
International
you.
Delight caramel macchiato creamer.
I got
So
you.
I use that. So whereas it's cholesterol free, it does have a little bit of caloric intake, but I decided though that that is the one guilty pleasure that I choose not to give up. I choose to have that sweetener, that caramel delight, the caramel macchiato cream for my coffee, but I don't add any additional sugar to it. That's enough sweetener in it for me.
yummy, yummy.
Yeah, that
Well,
does sound good though.
So Miss
it does.
Jackson, she wants to know what do you put in your smoothie, Miss Denise?
Well, I use the E&K Smith Shred Power Cleanse smoothie recipe. So I'll put in maybe a cup of apple juice, um, some kale or spinach. Usually it's kale because that's more of what I have because I grew a lot of kale last year and I froze some to have. So I'll have kale, a pear, fresh lemon juice. Like I'll squeeze some lemon juice in there, yogurt, a half a cup of yogurt, a half to a cup of strawberries, and a cup of blueberries. And he's really big on the blueberries and the spinach. So his are more the purple smoothies, not the green smoothies, because a combination of the blueberries and the green leafy vegetables really add a nice nutrient value to it. And then I think the pears help with adding a bit more fiber. Now, I must admit, I will often add a banana to mine because I like bananas in my smoothie. And it just gives it a little bit of a thickener to it.
Yeah.
And a little bit of ice and put it in my Vitamix blender. And then I've got a delicious smoothie. And it makes enough for two. So
Yeah.
I'll give my husband one. And now for him, he's like, okay, so well, what else are we going to have? I'm like, we're just having a smoothie today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll jump in there. Denise, I'm with you. I like those smoothies in the
Yes.
morning, and they are so good. And especially now in the summer, because
Yes.
we have so many fresh vegetables.
Mhm.
And now we do more spinach
Mhm.
probably than kale, just because kale tends to be a little more bitter. And so when I make it, I can handle the bitterness, but the big guy can't. So because of that, I try to make it something that both of us can have. I have even added a little bit of peanut butter just to add in a little extra protein. And but basically whatever fruit I have on hand. Typically I'll use half a banana, one container of the little small, so regular servings of yogurt. I'll put one of those in, and just enough almond milk to kind of allow things to move, because typically my fruit is usually frozen, and that way I don't have to use so much ice. But the smoothie really does get us started well. And I can say I'm starting to see a little bit of progress. Every pound that comes down is a good one. And I have been very intentional in making sure that I'm just not sitting around, that I'm really moving a lot. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I really believe that during COVID that I got so comfortable to, just kind of, being comfortable, doing nothing. And so now that we can get out, I'm thankful for that. And so I go out and do a lot of walking. And I join Tania every now and then in the mornings. Sometimes I'm just watching Tania, to be honest. But most of the time, I'm really trying to stay with it and get those steps in.
I'll have to check her out. I didn't realize she did that, but I see my son has jumped on. I'm always surprised when he jumps on, but he's very health conscious. So he says adding some sea moss to the smoothie. Tried that. I did forget to mention, though, that I always add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil to the smoothie, because one of the things that Ian K. Smith talks about is that we do need that oil in our diet. And so if you're not getting that resource other ways, then you can get it by putting it in your smoothie. So
that's true. I know I went to a doctor for weight loss several years ago, and that was one of the major things. My thought is that you just eliminate the fat. And he was very, very, very conscious of the fact that you had to make sure that you had the fat, because if you give the body fat, it will release fat. And so that's what we need. And that's usually one of those things that we try to eliminate. And but we want good fats, not just any fat.
Penny, what do you do with smoothies, or do you?
Yeah. Oh, I am a lover of smoothies, and I try so much to get my husband to drink them. But one thing I like about smoothies is that when I drink it in the mornings, it fulfills me. It keeps me full, till later on, so I don't have to worry about eating. So sometimes I'll just grab a smoothie until later on, in the day. If I get hungry, I grab something. But I do the spinach. I just love spinach, and I'll eat spinach anytime. So I do some spinach, and I love the banana, because you do need the potassium. I do the almond butter, because I have my daughter-in-law, and she is a keto all the way. So when I need something healthy, I call her.
Miss Penny, can you talk a little bit more about keto? Because I know a lot of people are doing that, and I've watched videos.
Well, keto really with keto, it's not the calories, it's the carbs. With keto, you got to read the labels on your foods when you buy, and watch the carbs, because she lost almost about 60 pounds. And it's a process now. It didn't happen overnight, because I think she was on it for a little while, maybe a year and a half. But what she did is not just count the calories, she counted her carbs. And she stayed on a low-carb diet. Now, there are some things in the store you can buy keto, but it's a little expensive. Now, you can always go to Pinterest online, and you can find a lot of keto recipes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's low-carb. Now, and also what keeps me like a lot fit, and with the smoothie also, I put, I'm trying to think, what you call it? It'll come back to me. Sometimes I use my collagen, but I don't do the collagen all the time. Sometimes I put a little cinnamon instead of me putting like sugar or anything sweetener, and I don't put milk or anything because I don't like it thick. I just put water, and I put the frozen fruits in it because I like it kind of chill. But I use the non-sweetener, you know, if I need a little sweetness to it. So that's really all I do to it. And the banana gives it like Mrs. B said, it gives it a good taste. Now, one thing else I have been doing, me and my husband, and for the last week, now this week I kind of slacked up a little bit, but most of our every day we're doing 10,000 steps or more. So the steps has really gotten me, like with the belly and stuff, it really has helped a lot. Because like with me, I was dealing with this hormonal imbalancement, and sometimes it threw your blood pressure off, it threw everything off out of whack. But so the doctor kept telling me, well, your blood pressure out of whack. No, I don't need a thing. So anyway, I started monitoring and working on it. But when I began to lose that 5 pounds, it just only took me losing 5 pounds and everything balanced. That's all it took. And within that week, I stayed with it. I only did a whole week. We were walking 10,000 steps every day. But you got to be careful what you're eating. You can't, you know, and my pastor, she's a woman of God. She lost over 60 pounds plus, and she looked good. And I asked her, I said, how did you do that? She said, the thing is that you cannot eat a big meal all at once. You got to cut your meal size down and gradually eat small meals, you know, if you get hungry through the day. And one thing you got to learn about the stomach, like the more you fast, it'll shrink your stomach. But if you eat a lot and you stress your stomach, then you always, that's another thing. And that's going through, you know, most of the time women, when you go through hormone imbalancement, you be hungry a lot. But let me tell you a trick to that. Eat fruit. If you eat fruit, it's filling, like an orange, a banana, or something like that. And get some fiber pills. Take those, or
I like the idea of eating fruit because sometimes I just want something sweet. And, you know, eating. And so my husband, he'll get an apple or an orange.
I'm laughing because of this weather. It's this weather.
I need to look for that apple, and it's enough sweetness that it can be satisfying.
Yeah, but you know, if you take fiber, it's a fiber, Maurice. What do you call it? The fiber stuff you buy, you can get the pills or the water. And if you have a problem with being hungry, if you have to take it on an empty stomach, it fills your stomach so you don't have to eat so much. And that really has been helping me.
Have
you all tried the chia seeds too?
Yeah,
but
I think it's the chia seeds we use.
A little bit too grainy. I
What's
like
the other
smoothies
seeds?
to be smooth, but now they're good in a salad.
Yeah, what's the other seeds? Not chia. Oh Lord,
flax seeds.
Yeah, the flax one. Those good. Those are good for balancing your hormones. It's good for blood pressure, balancing. And cinnamon is good for blood sugar. It keeps it balanced. I tell her, daughter, I check everything. She probably should. I do. I be checking everything. I said, oh no, y'all get me. I check everything. So I know when
cinnamon in the smoothie, Penny.
Ma'am,
you put the cinnamon in the smoothie?
Yeah, just a little bit, not much. Yeah, like if you don't like the taste of cinnamon, then you know, but just a little bit.
Oh, I like cinnamon, but I hadn't thought about putting it in a smoothie. But
yeah, it gets a little taste. But like I said, just a little bit and see how you like it. So I don't put too much, but cinnamon is real good for you. Now, if you go online, Dr. Axe, he's a natural doctor. He teaches you a lot about that. I look at a lot of natural doctors too, and natural things and stuff. And that's what really been helping me. But I do believe that, and my dad used to say this, and I didn't understand it. Because I used to ask my dad, why are you always doing something? Why don't you just relax? He said, Penny, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So now I understood. You got to exercise and keep those joints, those legs. You got to keep, you know, not busy, but like she be doing in the morning, exercising, and this niece doing the yoga, and I be doing the walking steps. You can cut the YouTube channel on. They got so much walking exercise right in your home.
That's true.
You can't get to the gym 30 minutes before you know it, man. You and that's what I've been doing. I've been working out at home. So I tried, and I was telling my husband. I heard, I think it's meant to be these, or someone said about eating too late at night. So I was telling my husband that one thing that we have to stop is like don't eat after 6 o'clock because Yeah, because your food's selling, you don't have time to, to get it out, and you lay down with that food. That's how we get this little belly fat. Now that's the hardest thing for me to get rid of. That's my hardest thing.
It is hard. It is hard. And we've been doing the not eat. Now we don't eat after 7. And
Yeah.
we go from 7. And then since I'm the one usually fixing the meals, I don't prepare breakfast. Now he can have coffee, but I don't prepare breakfast or even that smoothie until about 11 or 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that gives me a nice window. And then I fix a nice breakfast and actually brunch. And that holds until dinner time.
And that is so true, Miss. That's so true, because let me tell you why. Because I do that too. Because if I eat breakfast, I'm not going to eat lunch or nothing through the day. Or I'll do it in between, and that helps you. It balances me. Like if I do like between 10 before the the lunch day, it holds me. Even if I drink that smoothie between 9:30, I don't know that a smoothie just makes me full. It lasts a long time through the day until later on I get something else. But I try not to eat too much any day. But my husband, he ain't with me on that program yet. I ain't went him over on that one yet.
Well, eventually they'll come along. They'll come along.
But I made some. He don't like tacos, but I made some chicken fajitas. But I gave the chicken fajitas and some black beans, and I did that. And he said, "Well, I like it, but he just don't like the wraps and stuff." But I was trying to, I broke it up and made some. I could put those wraps, the salt wraps, in the air fryer. And make little chips, and it was so good. But he still don't care for the wrap too much. But I did get him to eat that. He said, "Oh wow, I love that." I said, "So he's like, he don't like to try new things. I love trying new different dishes."
Well, if he doesn't like the soft tortilla wraps, though, then just use the hard taco shells.
He don't like them. Oh, but he'll eat the stuff inside. So, but last night I cooked enough, even for today. He said, "Wow, this is so good." I said, "I tell you to try new stuff."
Yeah, and you could do it like a taco bowl.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Burrito
but I did get him to eat at that, so that was a blessing. He said he had loved it, so, and it was filling to him. So I told him, I said, "See, you don't all the time have to have a rice and beans." And I'm trying to get him out of eating rice and beans and all the time. That heavy. I said, "You don't need that all the time."
For my husband, that sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Have you tried adding some of that on lettuce? I know if
he'll eat the lettuce, but he don't like my spinach, but he will eat the lettuce though.
Okay. Then just sprinkle some of it, over the lettuce, and make it like a salad. Yes. You can get the salad with meat. I do that a lot, just to keep from having the rice or having the potatoes.
We have
I'm very easy.
Jane, she's asking, do you all have good dishes for the air fryer?
Well, I have little simple dishes that I do. Like for the air fryer, there's so many things. Just about everything you can cook in the air fryer. You can cook your garlic bread. I mean, it comes out so much better in the air fryer. You could even cook corn on the cob. Just wrap it. Put your butter, whatever you want on it. Wrap it up. And I did that one day at my son. Oh my gosh, that thing was so amazing. I cooked chicken, hot wings. You can cook anything in the air fryer. I'm telling you, just about anything. And there's according to what kind you have, because some air fryers are like ovens, and you can bake a cake and stuff. But I don't have that type. I just have the pull hand one. But I still do pretty good. So baked potatoes. Oh my gosh, it's like restaurant style. If you put that in the air fryer. And the sweet potatoes. Oh, I just love it. I love it. So when you do it, just put a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt after you wash the skin, and just let it cook. Sometimes it depends on your air fryer. It could be 30 to 40 minutes, but it cooks like a restaurant. I'm telling you, y'all say, "Oh my gosh, she is so right."
I've got a Ninja Foodie grill, and you can use part of it as an air fryer. Now, my husband has used it more than I have. He really likes using it. He likes to grill steaks and that kind of thing in it. But I've not tried it yet. But he will cook. Sometimes he'll do French fries or fried potatoes.
Yes.
Or different things like that.
Fries,
in the air fryer. And a
Mhm.
couple of times he's even tried to do his fish in the air fryer rather than putting it in.
And if I cut out, guys, it's because of the weather. Because
It must be storming where she is. We've got bad weather going on here as well.
Yeah, it is. I told her, I said, Leona's got bad weather there too. So in case she doesn't come on or she comes on and pops off, we know it's a
yeah, it's
storm.
the weather. Yeah. When
Mhm.
we was praying, I was praying for the Lord to rain. I said, Lord, Elijah prayed, and he got rain, and the Lord blessed us some rain, and it came tonight.
Yes, it did. We haven't had any
So I
rain
thank the
for quite a
Lord.
while.
Yes, I am so glad. I thank God for the rain. Oh, we needed it. It was
Absolutely.
so dry. The grass is so dry. It is so hot out there.
That's nice and gooey.
But if you go on Pinterest, if you go on YouTube, even YouTube, there are
Mhm.
so much recipes for that air fryer. It's unlimited until I see what people are using this air fryer for. And you got to be careful with cooking with too much fried food. It's not good. You have to watch your cholesterol.
Mhm.
I mean, Miss Anise to tell you, she can tell us more about the cholesterol and what does it, because you know she's a nurse. But that cholesterol, you have to be so careful, especially as blacks. We got to be so careful with heart disease and diabetes. Got to be so careful.
Absolutely. Well, I did notice, I can say this, and I found this out just this week. I had to go for a checkup, and I have been increasing the amount of olive oil in my diet. And in fact, totally switched olive oil out for any other oil for about the past month and a half. And you've noticed there have been no biscuits being cooked in my house, you know. And so with that, my cholesterol was right on point.
Yes.
And the doctor said, well, what did you change? And I said, well, other than no biscuits and the olive oil, I said I added the olive oil and I kind of put the biscuits
Yeah.
out. So, you know, that worked. That worked. He said,
I
well,
love
whatever
those
it is,
biscuits.
keep
I
it up.
love biscuits, so I had to cut them down. And you were so right. It was some lady on YouTube, and I can't remember, but she said she said take a teaspoon of olive oil every day. It's so good for you. But I can't remember why she said it. But it don't bother me. I'll take it because I can take olive oil, castor oil. He said, "Oh my gosh, how you can take that stuff?" He said he can't take them. I said, "Don't bother me."
It doesn't bother. Well, I don't mind taking it. I just make sure that I use it, you know,
Yes,
either
yes.
with my salads or whatever it
Oh
is
yes,
I'm
yes.
doing, and cook with it.
What's the
So
best type of olive oil to use, like the brand? Because someone told me, said the best type to get, maybe y'all know, is the ones in the bottle.
right, in the bottle, and typically a bottle that is dark.
Okay.
But you know, sometimes it's just not possible.
Yeah.
And actually, Costco I found has a very good selection of olive oil, as well as Sam's, if you have memberships to those.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, if you're shopping at the grocery, just find what is most comfortable for your pocket, because what happens is
Yes,
that
that's
when
true.
you start to look at that shelf where olive oil is, well, you know it can range from
Woo.
$3 up to 20 plus.
Yes,
And
yes.
so, you have to find the one that is most comfortable. I use between olive oil and grapeseed oil,
Mhm.
and I find both of those work very well. And in
I've
fact,
not tried the grape seed oil before. What's the heat content on that? Because my husband likes to use peanut oil because
Mhm.
he says that it has a higher
uh,
fried fry
fried
point.
rate.
Like he can
That's true.
fry things in it better than when I buy the vegetable oil. So then I
Mhm.
had all this vegetable oil that he was not using, but then he started liking olive oil.
Mhm, mhm. And
So
I fry with olive oil. I just don't fry at as high of a temperature.
he's starting to do that now. We're using
Mhm.
olive oil more than, say, the vegetable oil. But tell me about the grapeseed oil.
Well, the grapeseed oil actually has a high temperature, a high rate that you can heat
Oh
it
wow.
up pretty much almost like regular vegetable oil.
Okay.
But when I started using grapeseed oil, actually, I started for the benefit of my hair. I was using grapeseed oil on my hair, and which I still do. and I order it from Napa
I'll come
Valley.
back to that.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that one. But I get my grapeseed oil from Napa Valley, and I ordered from them initially, and that was before COVID. But since COVID, actually, Amazon carries it as well. And there are several groceries now, Kroger being one, that has a very good brand of grapeseed oil. You want to be able to smell the grape seed in it. That's the main thing. And it needs to come in as well in a dark container. So the one, I can tell you, the one at Kroger is in a tin. So when you look for the grapeseed oil, look for the one in the tin. And I believe the tin is green, to be honest with you. And but I use that all the time.
Oil has gotten so expensive, though. I got some
I
oil the other day
know.
at olive oil at Walmart, and I was
Mhm.
shocked at how much it was. But now tell us about using grapeseed oil on your hair.
Well, instead of I've tried to use nothing but natural products on my
Mhm,
hair, and I do a mixture of shea butter, coconut oil, and grapeseed oil.
mhm,
And I have a container that I mix it in, and I use just about equal parts of it.
mhm,
And so I use it on the ends of my hair when I need to roll it. And it just keeps the ends of, not a lot, just a touch, but
mhm,
it keeps your hair moist. And I find that I don't, because with gray hair is so dry.
mhm.
Everything just
Oh,
dry.
mine is so dry all the time.
Oh yeah, and so I just take a little bit, maybe not even a dime size, and put it in my hand, rub it, put it through the hair at night before I roll it up,
Mhm.
and my hair stays, at a nice moisture level.
Okay,
But the grapeseed oil is good.
okay.
So
I am.
grapeseed oil is good for cooking and for your hair
Hmm.
too. Oh
Hmm.
wow. Okay.
I'm gonna definitely try that. I
Yeah.
usually use that Moroccan argan oil.
Hmm. I like that too. Hmm.
I've been trying to stick with that, but I can definitely try some grapeseed oil. That sounds good.
Yeah.
My
With
my niece has um, a my niece has a hair business. I think her
Mhm.
I think her shop is called Elise Rose, and she sells some kind of a oil for the hair.
Mhm.
And which I'm out of, and I've got to oil some more. But my ears just perked up when you talked about that hair oil because I find that I have a little patch that gets really dry and itchy
Mhm.
sometimes, and I need to constantly try to keep the moisture in it. So,
Yeah, I find for the most part, I know we've kind of gotten off from the diet, but I find that as long as I keep the oil on the hair and off the scalp, if I get it on the scalp, then I tend to have more itching.
mhm,
And because you really want your natural oils to be what brings out your hair.
mhm,
And so, at this point, nothing on anybody over, I'm going to say over 50 is we're just not producing as much oil as we used to. And so
mhm,
because of that, we have to be very careful about where we put certain oils and how our scalp is going to react with it. And
mhm,
so that's another reason why I'm very, I'm sure to get it on the ends rather than, just go
mhm.
and start rubbing on the scalp.
Yeah, I get a lot of frizz too, especially when it gets
Me too.
really hot. Like now,
Oh
it'll
yeah.
just,
Yep.
it'll get all frizzy on the ends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, at night, that's what I do. I just take the ends, put just a dab of oil on the ends, and whether you roll it or finger curl it or however you do,
Mhm.
then it keeps the moisture in.
Okay.
Sounds like we need an upcoming show on hair.
Oh yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
She sure do.
Be in on that, right?
Absolutely. Oh,
This well, back to the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
And
sorry. Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. You guys have such great ideas and such great experience with this. So I am definitely like keeping my ears perked to all of these great ideas. I absolutely love it. I want to thank you ladies from the bottom of my heart for just agreeing to join the fancy panel. And we are going to have so much fun on Friday night.
Oh yes.
This is great. This has been fun.
Yes, it helps us. It really helps us. And you know the thing about it, and whatever area that you're even struggling in, you know, always pray and ask God to help you, because God is our greatest help. You know, ask Him to guide us and give us wisdom, you know, how to do these things. Because I always ask the Lord, Lord, what do I need? Help me to get my body back balanced. You know, and I repent for eating things I ain't supposed to. You know, we overgorge sometimes and eat the wrong things. And sometimes it's what we eat that's causing us to have health issues. Sometimes it's a generational curse, but then sometimes, you know, it's not. So that's why we got to be careful what we eat. Now, I'm not against anybody who eat pork or who don't eat pork, but, you know, you just got to, you know, be mindful. You know, I always tell people, if you got health issues or high blood pressure, now you know you can't be eating all that pork.
Mm-hmm. That's true. We all have our issues, and that's something that we have to deal with as we move around. But you know, we keep moving, and
and we learn.
We learn every day.
Yes, yes, ma'am. How many of y'all eat avocados? Now, I am a person, I love avocados now. They are healthy for you.
I like avocados, particularly on tacos. I like it with burrito bowls and with chips and salsa and things like that. I like avocados.
I love them. Y'all ever tried the avocado fried egg with avocado on top? Oh my gosh, my daughter-in-law made that one day. I'm like, really? And that thing it's good. Y'all have to try it on wheat toast.
Now you're talking.
Y'all have to try it. It's real good.
I love avocado.
Oh, another thing she taught me too. See, I'm telling you guys, I'm around people who learn, you know, on how to do certain things. She said when you exercise in the morning, because, you know, I'm trying to help my husband, you know, with his balance his weight. And I asked her, I said, well, my husband always eat and then exercise. She said, no, he needed to exercise first, because she said when you exercise, somehow I think she says your body burn more, then eat something. But try not to, if you don't have to, try not to eat before you exercise. Do you, I know you do your 30 minutes. Do you eat first or you eat afterwards?
I eat. You mean in the morning when I do
when you do your exercise and you'll exercise in the morning?
I start making breakfast right after, and then I eat after.
Because she said most of the time, she said your body burns more like that. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I said, okay, thank you. So if y'all exercise, eat after you finish.
Well, and I know for myself, when in the morning, if I'm going to get my yoga done, I'm going to get that done first thing, because I know that if I don't get it done first thing, I just get.
How long you been doing your yoga?
Oh, shoot. I've been doing yoga probably for about at least 6 or 7 years, if not longer. I used to do Pilates, which is more strenuous. And then I started doing the yoga. And at one point I was doing both of them. And then I just kind of morphed into just doing the yoga. But I've been doing it for a while now. This week has been a bad week. I've been so busy taking care of other people and other things that I'm not focused on myself and got my yoga done. And if I don't get it done first thing in the morning, I get up, I put on my yoga clothes and I hit the mat. If I don't do that first thing, I just can't get back to it, because then the day gets started and I just don't get back to it. So I do that first thing. So before I have coffee or tea or anything to eat, I'm going to get that yoga done. And then if I'm going to have a smoothie or breakfast, it's going to be after I've had that morning routine of yoga done.
Yeah, and that is so true. That is so true, because I have to do early mornings too, because if not, everything get off balance on what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I was just joking with a friend. I'm like, for me right now, I need like just something like jump roping and jumping jacks and dance aerobics. Because when I start to do like Pilates and yoga, I get so sleepy.
Oh,
How are you getting sleepy? What the hell are you doing?
Time for bed. It's time for bed.
but you know what? I like
I do
yoga.
not get sleepy
I
until
like
I'm
the
doing that
stretching
last
part.
little bit
I,
when you're laying on the floor in the corpse position, and then you're just like that last pose. I might browse out then, but
hey,
the
I need
rest
a
of the
good
time,
stretch
no,
now.
I am not getting drowsy.
How many of you like hot yoga?
You know what? I don't do hot yoga, and the only reason why is because of my hair. I did hot yoga a couple times, and it is so hot and steamy in the room.
Mhm.
It's like,
Oh
and I
no.
mean, y'all all know what it is with the hair. So
Yeah.
I am not,
Yeah.
I just can't do that.
I
Oh,
never
I
heard of that.
love it.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it is so good. It
It's
is
like
so
you're in a
good.
steam bath.
You got
Yes.
so
Look,
you
guys,
do more with that?
because as she said that, I just thought about this morning. I straightened my hair, okay, and then when I exercised this morning, I had an afro.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you will sweat with the natural hair. You will sweat.
I know. I know. That and that's a force to be reckoned with. That's something
Right,
that we've had to deal with forever.
right.
And we have to get used to it. But with hot yoga, the neat thing is that it really is so beneficial for your body.
It
And
is.
it's almost addictive to a point. Once you start, I got into it, and I did a challenge where they had a 1 month challenge. You had to go every day for a solid month. That was the challenge. And every day but Sunday.
Mhm.
And so after you've gotten past the first day or so and you have this puff ball on top,
Yeah.
well, then after that, the rest of the week, the hair's going to be back and you're just going to keep it simple. But it does, it is something to have to deal with. So I would do hair on Saturday night for Sunday, and
Mhm.
knowing that it looked nice for Sunday, but by Monday it was going to be back to being poofy. But hot yoga is so beneficial. It helps your respiratory system.
Oh
It
wow.
helps your pores.
And
It
it's
just,
moist. It just,
oh,
But I'm
yes.
definitely gonna look for that. I never heard
Oh,
of it.
yes.
hot yoga is really nice. The only
It
reason
is.
why I don't do it though is because
I know. And but it is perfect.
Yeah,
So I
yeah, but
see.
see, I need I'm like her. I need something I have to move, but I do it like when I need to stretch, and I need
Mhm,
to get some good stretching. That's when I kind of do that. And I
mhm,
have this what do you call those exercise ropes. I do a lot
mhm,
of stretching,
mhm.
and it helps your joints. It
Yeah,
helps you really. Like
it
if you
does.
yeah, it does help you. Like if you need a little chiropractor, you can really do it yourself. My daughter can pop her neck. I don't know. I don't know how she can do that, but I can't do it. I like really. How you do that? So I be like, so I said, oh, because I feel like sometimes your neck get a little stiff, and
Mhm,
sometimes if you go to the chiropractor, they can do it. But I looked at a video. This guy was doing it with the rope, and he was doing the
mhm.
exercise, and he was showing you how to do it. He said, "Oh, y'all don't need no chiropractor, and honey." And but I'm gonna tell you one thing: it helps. It helps.
Well,
It,
that's good. That's good. Those bands are great. They help you
yes,
to
yes.
burn additional energy,
Mhm.
additional energy along the way.
Yes, yes. I do walking a lot because my mom, that's what my mom did. And
Mhm,
she always been on the move and I just love to walk. And I can just like if the I can't get outside in the winter times or in the yard, I just walk I make a pathway because a lot of people think you have to go outside, but you really don't. If you can have enough room in your house to walk from the kitchen to the bedroom, you can get your
mhm.
steps praying. I mean we be praying because we have early morning intercession prayer praying and walking, praying and walking,
Mhm.
praying and walking. So I mean, before I know it, I got 8,000, 10,000 stuff before 12 o'clock.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
so You can get it right in your home. So a lot of people think that you have to go to the gym. It's good, and I'm not saying you don't have to, but you don't all the time have to go to the gym if you can't afford it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right.
Yes, ladies. So over, like, just thinking back, over the years, what are some diets that you all have tried?
You don't have enough time for that.
Well, let's see, the cabbage diet, the vegetable soup diet,
Mhm.
Weight
Oh,
Watchers, of course. I've tried Weight Watchers several times, and Weight
Me
Watchers
too.
is the truth. It does work if you follow
It
the
does.
program.
yeah, yeah.
Low carb, whatever. Whatever's the trend, I've tried it.
Me too.
I haven't like jumped on the keto bandwagon or anything like that.
I haven't done that, but I did the cabbage soup diet.
Yep.
Where you, oh gosh, I never had so much cabbage. But
I
I
never
did
did
It does work.
the medical weight loss. I did that, and that was very successful. I lost 40 pounds in 4 months, and it stayed off for 3 years. It really did. Not 1 pound came back.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Wow,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that is incredible. What about you, Miss Penny? Or have you ever been on a diet, Miss Penny?
No, man, I don't have to be on a diet. Honestly, I don't. I'm the only the only thing I do really is to stay balanced. I don't have to do diets, but I do fasting because of the church, and we do a lot of fasting. And a lot of people don't realize fasting, it is spiritual, but it's also healthy because, like I said, it helps you to your stomach not to, if you fast the way you're supposed to, and really fast for a few hours or 4 hours or 5 hours a day, and if you really, hopefully can pray a little through that too and read your word, but I'm telling you, it shrinks the stomach and you won't, have to eat so much. And then, as you fast, it does help you, because that's another thing my daughter-in-law do. She fasts in the mornings and she don't eat, but she always eat.
Well, intermittent fasting is a thing right now, and they have an app that you can use to help you with that. And a lot of people have been very successful with it. And it's where you just eat for a certain window of time, like maybe
Yeah.
you eat for 8 hours and you fast for 16 hours or something like that. So I know the Daily Connoisseur has lost a lot of weight, and she's been keeping it off, and she's done the intermittent fasting. So a lot of people have done that. I've not tried it, but I've been thinking about it. But I guess it's like,
You try it. I tried it. It works. I can do a commercial on intermittent fasting.
Tell us how it works for you.
It is, oh my gosh. Okay, so since I'm on this weight loss journey right now, right? I Okay, so if I stick to what I normally do and I do not eat anything after 6, it's very likely when I weigh myself the next morning, I will lose a pound. Almost like science. Now, what did you say?
When do you start eating? Like, what are your periods of eating and periods of fasting?
I eat for about an 8-hour period, and then I fast for 16. So it's called like the 16-8. Fast for 16 hours, eat during an 8-hour period.
So do you do like 10 to 6 every day, or?
Okay. 10 to 6, because I start making breakfast, and by the time I eat, after I make breakfast or whatever, it's about 10.
Okay.
6. But yeah, most days I lose the pound when I stick to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
My daughter-in-law, I have learned a lot of things from her because I believe, if I wasn't mistaken, she's down now. She said, Mom, she texted me, she said, I'm out of the 190s, I'm in the 189. And I told her she's a very inspiration for others because, she had those ups and downs when she lost her mom, and about a year or two ago, then it threw her off because she always, she was doing so good. But I noticed with her, the consistency and faithfulness in doing it. And she teaches me things. I learned things from her along the way. And the reason I say I don't diet, but I do know I have to be at a certain size for everything in my body to stay balanced. I realize that, and I have to, my ideal weight is between 150 and 155. I can't go over that. Everything, it seems like things go out of balance. I don't know why. But she said something about, I heard you say something about you got on the scale, but she said, she told me, she said, don't check your weight when you get up early in the morning. And it was a reason. And I wish I had my phone. I would have called her and asked her, why did she tell me that? But like I said too, but a lot of times she always encouraged people not to check their weight too much, because she said it can be really disappointing. And try not to hit, set yourself a high goal.
Yeah, sometimes it goes up and down. It just depends on the day.
It could be very discouraging, but my apostle, she was really up there, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, she lost a lot of weight. And I said, but she said, you got to really stick with it. You got to really stick with it. Eat smaller things, healthier things, and smaller portions. And she do exercise, but you got to stick with it. The thing to it is sticking with it.
One of the things that I was thinking about when you were talking about fitness starts in the kitchen was really coming up with meals that are healthy. And I've been doing a better job of that this past week. It's like I said, especially now that we can eat fresh, so much simpler right now. But just to come up with simple meals that you can cook quickly, baked chicken, rotisserie chicken, with baked potatoes or baked sweet potatoes and vegetables.
Yeah, predominantly vegetables. We do a lot of meat-free meals, especially in the summer. Especially in the summer. And we do a lot of stir fries. And
so do you do meat-free stir fries? Or when you say a lot of meat-free meals, what kind of meals are you making? Tell us about that.
I do. I may have, it's just a matter of deciding what vegetables you're going to have. So if you have cabbage, I try to stay away from the potatoes if I'm really being cautious with the carbs, and I'll do more cabbage, some squash. Let's see, what else do I put in there? Mushrooms, if you're a mushroom person, and you just kind of throw in and get the tomatoes, whatever it may be. And so we'll do a vegetable bowl and then have a salad on the side as well. So that gives us, a hot vegetable our hot vegetables as well as a salad. And
is that like a boiled dinner? Is that like a boiled dinner?
No, not really. I mean, I put it in a skillet and just, continue to toss it in a little olive oil and just toss it and until it gets to the tenderness that you like. And once it gets to the tenderness, season it, and you're ready to go. Your onions, your garlic, and all those good things in there. So,
what seasoning do you use, Miss Leona? What seasoning do you use?
Well, I have my house seasoning that I use, Tania.
You don't have to share that house seasoning recipe.
I have. It's on the channel. It's on the channel. And but I will. I'll tell you what it is. It's basically I have just a teeny bit of salt. And it's predominantly pepper and garlic, onions, onion powder. All these are powders, are paprika. I add ginger. I even put in ground mustard, a little bit of ground mustard. Of course, I like cayenne. And let's see what else is in there. You caught me off guard. I would have had it all the letters. It's about 7 different things that go in there.
Okay, sounds good.
But it's all those main seasonings that we usually reach for
Mhm.
are the only what I did basically was to look at some of those seasonings that I do use regularly, like Mrs. Dash. I like Mrs. Dash,
Mhm.
but
Yes.
Mrs. Dash has preservatives. And so you look at those things that have preservatives and you try to buy organic if you can, and or when you can, and find it. And then you can put your own seasoning combo together rather than buying seasoned salt, which is
Mhm.
way too salty. And so, in an effort to cut back on the salt because it wasn't something I really needed,
Yeah.
so I started putting the combination together, eliminating as much salt as possible because you need a little bit for
Yeah.
taste, but you don't need as much as what most combinations have.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And that is a good idea. And I'm gonna think about doing that. And you can look up online. Like I said, thank God for the Google and all this stuff, and it'll help you to see what herbs and what spices and
Mhm.
stuff knit fits together. So that is
That's
a good
true.
idea. I'm gonna think about doing that too because, like you said, you're reaching for all these things, and you just can put it all in one bottle and make your own. Do you
Absolutely.
use turmeric? Is it called,
I
what's it called?
do. I use turmeric,
Because that's
and
good healthy.
during the winter, I'll add in a little bit of cumin,
Yeah.
and I like parsley. I'll throw in the parsley. I use a lot of Italian herbs with a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of,
Okay.
the thyme, and everything's in there. Shake it up and sprinkle, sprinkle,
Mm-hmm.
and we're good to go.
Together my favorites, and you can call it a house seasoning, and but I won't tell anybody what's in it, like you, Miss.
The
It's a house
secret sauce.
seasoning.
Well, I have a seasoning, but it's a low sodium one, so but still.
Yes, I,
Right.
I I
All
need it.
right, ladies. Oh my goodness, this has been amazing. I really want to thank you, ladies, for hanging out with us over here and all of our fancy, fabulous friends in the fancy sphere.
Absolutely.
So, ladies, I really am excited about this journey that we just started this evening. And I am learning so much so fast from you ladies. I love your channel separately, but just having all of this information and all of this, oh my goodness, all of this inspiration in one place,
Mm.
it's really giving me
That
the feeling.
technology is good. Knowledge is power. We can learn from one another.
That's right.
You
That's
are
right.
the
Blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Now, guys, I feel a little guilty and bad because I said I do try to eat from 6 to 7, but tonight my husband he waited until I had to get on the line. I
So, everyone who watched tonight, we thank you so much. Definitely don't forget to like, don't forget to share us out. And if you'd like to work from home, go to panageinc.com. I always say that. And I am excited about this new journey. It's been amazing. Any last words, ladies? The fancy panel.
Well, we
Well, thank you
enjoy
so
it.
much for inviting me to
I,
join you guys tonight. I appreciate it.
thank you. And I
As
definitely will
well.
be here next week, right? Lord's will, next Friday, right?
Yes, Friday.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be looking for some good ideas. And if you want to try to get my daughter-in-law on, she's very. I mean, I'm telling you, she can really tell you some good stuff about losing weight. But I'll try to convince her because she kind of camera shy.
Okay.
All right. That sounds wonderful.
Well, we're trying to get some more tips
Have ideas.
and stuff, and I have some more better notes. And so, we're getting a little better, ladies. We coming. We're working on it.
Yes. All right. So, fancy, fabulous friends, if you have any show ideas, just let me know. Let me know. Definitely, you just make any comments on this stream. And again, thank you, ladies. It's been
Thank
wonderful.
you
I'll
so
see you
much.
all next week. Same time, same channel, same party.
All right.
Bye-bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all have a blessed week. God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.